Now, the follow-up. The follow-up and the follow-through. Very important procedure or process. 80% of your success depends on this one. So let's get started with it. Now, there are simple steps to a successful follow-up. To have a successful follow-up, there is like I would say, a structure. A structure of exactly how we have a structure for how to invite people. The same thing, we have a structure of how to do a follow-up, successful follow-up. So basically, you have, first of all, first element here is call on time. You don't delay your call because remember, you confirmed with your prospect the time that you will get back to him, on a specific time. Do not be delayed or late for your call. That's number one, okay? And to make it easy for you, and because I was actually having this mistake, which is setting a follow-up and I forget about the time that I should actually follow up with that prospect or person, I started using the calendar. Your calendar is your friend in this business. Your calendar on your phone, maybe you haven't ever used your calendar on your phone, but believe me, this is the easiest way to remind you and to schedule your time. So bring up your calendar on your phone and write down on that calendar the meeting that you're going to have with that prospect, and set the time and set a reminder maybe 10-15 minutes before that call, so you would not miss that call at all. Okay, so again, first one is call on time. Second one is always be in a hurry. Okay, even though you're setting a time to call that prospect, follow up with him, you still need to be in a hurry. You still make him feel that you're really a busy businessman, which is you are. You are actually, you have started a business now with our company, and you have to treat it as $1 million business to you, or $1 billion business, so you can succeed. Okay, so be in a hurry, just like pretty much the same way we be in a hurry when we contact or invite a prospect. So it's the same thing. You go something like that. Hey John, how you doing today? I'm calling on time as we agreed, and I got another call. I got another call in another 5 minutes or so. With that being said, I wanted to ask you if you got a chance to watch the video that I sent you, or attended the event, or any of those things. The tool that you have used. So again, as you can see, you don't need to learn this word by word. You can say it in your own word, but you have to make him believe that you are a busy person and you are a professional one. So again, you tell me, hey, how you doing? I'm calling on time, just as we agreed. I got another call in another 5 minutes with an interested prospect. So let's get on with it. Tell me if you got a chance. Did you get a chance to watch the video? In this process, I'm not gonna go in a way in depth or in details if he said no. This will be in another training that I'm going to record, or I'm going to have a webinar for, which is a part of the closing system or closing program. Anyway, I'm going with the flow. If he would say yes, I've attended the meeting, or I've watched the video that I've sent me, whatever tool they've used. So you have to ask him this question. Very important that you have to make your prospect think positively and keep him away from any negative thought. Okay, I will explain in a bit now. The answer that I'm going to give you here maybe will make you understand what I'm talking about. So when you ask him and he said yes, you ask him this. Well, I absolutely agree with you. You actually ask him, what did you like? What did you like best about what you saw? Okay. You ask them again, what did you like best about what you saw? What did you like the most about what you saw? They will give you an answer, okay? They have to give you an answer. You see what I'm saying here? You're making them, or making the prospect, thinking about the positive part of what they saw, not the negative one. Not, how much I would pay, invest in this, or any of those questions that might hinder the positivity of the flow of the conversation with your prospect. Okay, so after you ask him what did you like best, and let's say he would tell you, I like the products, or I like the compensation plan, or I like the idea of having a time freedom. Any of those answers. So you always have to confirm that. Yeah, you always have to relate to it. Okay, you tell him something like that. I agree with you. That's exactly what attracted me to this business when I first started. But I'm curious, why is that important to you? It's very important you ask that question. Why? Because you're making him defend his idea, his his take on whatever he saw in that video or presentation. So it makes him more into starting the business with you, or starting maybe using the products, more than having objections or any negative thoughts in any way. So he's defending his idea. He's defending his opinion about what he saw, right? So again, quickly, you relate to him after he says what he likes best about it, and you tell him, I agree with you. That's what attracted me to the business or the product, whatever it is that he's telling you. And then you tell him, I'm just curious, why is that important to you? And he will tell you why is it important to him, and then you can do this. You can schedule. This is the next step, which is you schedule a time for an offline or online meeting. Meaning you meet with him, so you close him in to your business. Okay, so some people would close it then, at that call, the follow-up call. Some people would like to meet in person. It really depends on your personality. It depends on which you prefer. Both work. You can tell them, it sounds to me like you're ready to join, and you go from there. Or you can actually set a meeting with him to close this up. Okay, so you tell him something like that. If you schedule a time with him, that's a very good approach, by the way. You schedule a time with them, offline or online. Offline, meaning that, of course, in a cafe, restaurant, someplace that you can talk to him about you can go take this further with inside of the business, or online meeting like Zoom call, Skype, those type of meetings that you can share a screen with him and guide him through the registration process, because this call is what I call it the closing call. Okay, so you tell him something like that. Okay, okay, John, let's meet up after let's meet up for 30 minutes. You have to be specific here. It's a short time. You're not going to spend a whole day with him, or a few hours. Nothing like that. You're a busy businessman, and you're trying to close this deal. So you're telling him, okay, John, let's meet up for 30 minutes and discuss it further. I got an opening on my schedule. You have to always refer to your schedule. I got an opening on my schedule tomorrow at this time, okay, or the day after tomorrow at that time. Which works best for you? As you can see, always again give him two options to have a meeting with him. Now there's a very very strong reason why he would meet you, because he already related to what he likes what he saw, and you put him in a positive track, so he's already pretty much ready to start the business with you. This I will cover in the closing section, by the way. Okay, now last, you have to set a location. Of course, after he gives you a time, set a location, and it's best that you set a location that is easy for him to meet you at. Okay, it's not about it's easy for you. It's easy for him in the beginning. It's best to give him this comfortness in a way. And starting the business or even discussing the business. So of course it doesn't have to be very far from you, but what I'm saying is make it as close as it can be to him, and at the same time not so much far from you. If you're going to do it online, my opinion, it's even better, because saves a lot of time, a lot of heartache, with the traffic and all. So you set a location and you tell them, something like that. Well, wonderful. After you set the time, wonderful. Then see you tomorrow. Or whatever, or the day you have set with them. See you tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow at that time. Gotta hop off here to make a follow-up call, and I told you, as I told you, the one that I told you about. So have a great day and goodbye. Okay, so you set a location and then you tell them, you close the call by wonderful, I'll meet you at that place, like a confirmation, the same thing as we were doing the confirmation and the invitation process. So wonderful, I'm gonna meet you at that date and that place. I gotta hop off here because I have a call, the one that I told you, the follow-up call that I have with another prospect, and see you there. Have a great day. Goodbye. That's it. Okay, easy, quite simple. You don't need to copy the words that I'm telling you. As you can see, I'm trying to teach you the technique. I'm trying to teach you how to do it, so you can do it with your own personality, with your own words, but at the same time with posture and with confidence. Okay, and then you get off the phone, and that's it. So overcoming objections. This is a very big training. I would call it a huge training that I'm going to talk about also as well. There will be specific training for that. But let's say how to maintain any objections. How to until I teach you, maybe a few lines here and there, just to put you in perspective and the posture that you need to overcome objectives. You always never give power to your prospect. Don't be defensive. Okay, what I mean is, because a lot of network marketers fell into this. I have fell into this in my early days in network marketing, and even lately, maybe until a year ago or so. When somebody gives an objection about maybe the business at whole as a network marketing business, or the company, or the product, whatever it is, the objection that I'm getting, I was getting into a habit of being defensive. I was getting into a habit of trying to prove that I'm right and he's wrong. This is where you fall. This is where you lose your prospect. You don't need that. You actually have to manage that energy. Okay, you have to switch his mindset around. So you never give him the power over you. Don't make him lead the conversation. You have to lead the conversation, and don't be defensive. I'll give you an example, a very simple example. Somebody would tell you, I'm not a salesperson, something like that. This is one of the objections. I'm not a salesperson. A lot of people would say, what are you talking about, man? You don't need to do any sales. I mean, you just have to share. No, this is not the right way. Now you're being defensive. Now you're trying to convince him. The best way to do something like that is to turn his head around. Okay, so if he's telling you, well, I'm not a salesperson, I wouldn't do this. So I tell him, well, fine, it's okay. I mean, it's really not a fit for everyone. But there's a lot of options out there to make an extra income. If you don't have one, then I think you need this more than I thought. Something like that. Okay? So you tell them that there's a lot of options out there. This is one of the ways. There are a lot of ways to answer this, but this is one way. So you tell them, there's a lot of options out there, and you really need to have one option at least to go with, or another plan. You need to have a plan to have this extra income. If you don't, then maybe you need this more than I know, or more than I thought. You cause him to question his answer to you. His theory about this business would make him think twice about really leaving this on the table without taking action. Okay? So again, manage your energy with your prospect. Don't make him lead the conversation. Be the one who's leading the conversation, and don't be defensive. Now, a simple answer for negative responses. Okay, this is another simple answer. Actually, as you can see, I actually said it earlier. I'm pretty much using it in most of my responses because my time is precious. I don't want to keep talking to that prospect and losing my time, wasting my time. I need to have a competent partner with me in the business to work with and deserve my time to train. Okay, so I give him something like that. Well, hey, totally cool. It's not a fit for everyone. If you know anyone that would like to have an extra income, if we show them step by step how to do it, let me know. Okay, nice talking to you. Gotta hop off here. I have some calls with some interested people in working with us. Take care and goodbye. See, it's simple. The elements of this answer, so simple. You're being postured, okay? You're telling him you're not the center of the universe, and at the same time, you're busy with other people that are interested to work with you. So that will cause him to question his ideas about this business, or even joining your business, okay? Or not joining the business, I mean, okay? So again, you tell him, hey, totally cool. It's not a fit for everyone, okay? If you know anyone that would like to have an extra income, if we show them step by step how to do it, let me know. Nice talking to you. Gotta hop off here. I have a few people to talk to that are interested in our business. Talk to you later. That's it. Take care.